It's the King J, back with another video, but I'm not alone. I'm here with Oracle99. Tell them about you, man, because I know you from the online tournaments, but I know you have a history of playing the game. So let the audience know who you are, man, and where you're from.
Hello, everyone. I'm Oracle99, kind of a new player from Tekken 7 in the Spanish community. I'm a bit far away from them. I'm from the Canary Islands, and I've been competing these last few years. I don't have like a huge history outside of Spain, but in Spain I have been Spanish champions in 2022, and I have really solid results recently, and I have traveled a bit through Europe trying to do my best to compete.
Awesome stuff.
I'm a Shaheen main since always.
Awesome stuff. So this is gonna be quite different from the other Teach Me episodes. The other Teach Me episodes, it's like, oh yeah, teach me the frame data, all of this stuff. This one, I want you to talk to me about what is the difference with Shaheen in Tekken 7 and Tekken 8, and that is it. I just want to know what is the difference. What's changed about him, and why should I play him now than how he was in Tekken 7?
I had a good amount of reasons, but let's start with why Shaheen was kind of a boring character in Tekken 7, which I know a lot of people thought it was, and I kind of agree, because he was really a heavy fundamental based character. He didn't have any gimmicks or anything outside of the picture stuff. Really Tekken based, really low poke, mid poke, some mental frames with strings, nothing out of the ordinary, and even the stance was like pretty dull. Had a counter hit, a mid, a normal low. He didn't have those crazy neutral skips like all the characters had. Like, he didn't have crazy wall running moves or crazy things to jump off of the screen and get into you, and he has like a normal boring crouching mix up with the slide that didn't have anything guaranteed, just this Inoki and the hop kick, which was pretty generic. He was a pretty straightforward character, you know. That's what I want to say.
I like it.
Yeah, he was fun to me because he forces you to like be a really solid player, but I get why people didn't find him like that compelling, you know. But in Tekken 8, of course, they wanted to push aggression, okay? And how they did it with Shaheen was like giving him a lot of those stuff, a lot of those neutral skip, plus on block moves that he didn't really have on Tekken 7. And, well, we can start with some of the changes on his playstyle and game plan, okay?
Let's go for it, man.
Okay, to starters, it's the first thing is a move that already existed on Tekken 7, but it has been like greatly buffed, greatly improved, and it's the wall running 2. As we know, wall running moves have been pretty buffed in Tekken 8 for reasons. They want to push aggressiveness, they want you to be on your opponent's face, and Shaheen's, they made it like 3 frames faster. I remember this was like 20 frames. Startup, it's one frame worst on block. It used to be +6, now it's +5. But the important thing is now it has a better hitbox. So let me hit you, and when you are in the ground, try to get up as soon as I get close to you, okay? A bit later. A bit later. I have to be like really close to you. Like, if like you decided you're not going to get up, but you get up at the last moment possible.
Okay. Alright.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Normally there, if you try to get up in the timing I'm saying, Warren 2 hits you even though you're still grounded. And if you try to tag roll and stuff like that, it usually catches you, okay?
Like that. Like
that. And that's because they increase the hitbox of that move, so you just cannot stay on the ground and it hopes it whiffs, okay?
Wow.
And it's closer to you on block, so now I can pressure you a lot, which in Tekken 7 you were not like really able to. I remember I just tried to do down for 3 to reach my opponent, and sometimes it whiffed. So now it's impossible anymore, as you can see.
Wow. So what does down for 3 do normally? Like,
it's just a like really strong homing move that gives you plus frames on hit. it's a bit far away, but it's usually better on the wall because it does the wall crash, you see? And it's like an amazing pressure tool because you can combine it with new moves that Shaheen had been added.
That you can...
Like the up for one and the new his own mechanic, which is the charge up to thing. I don't know if it has been shown yet, but I will show it. Yeah, the guard break stuff, but that will get on further in the explanation. Because to add more to this neutral skip that he has, they added up for one, which is like my dream move for this character in Tekken 7. He never had it, but it's like insanely good. Which is this, look at the range, okay? Stay there. Okay, I think it reaches even farther away. Like this. Yeah,
wow.
This is, it's crazy range.
Wow.
As you can see. It's plus on block, even though it's just +1, but it's really good. It's a hit engager. When you are on hit or you wasted your hit, it's actually better because it's a hit engager, but when you hit it like this, back 4 is guaranteed. As you can see. It's crazy damage for this plus on block across the range move. All of this just to push aggression with this character. But the important thing of this move is actually the cancel, because this is a reactable mid. If your opponent is sharp, they will never get hit by it if it's not because they low crush anything, because as you can see it's a jumping move, so it has a really good low crush on it. But it usually doesn't catch people just pressuring them. But it has this cancel into crouch in front of your face, which is the sickest and coolest part of this character now. Because if your opponent is respecting the neutral or respecting this move because they are scared of it, you can just push for a close range slide mix-up, which is where the slide mix-up becomes really strong just with this cancel. Okay? This push the aggressiveness of the character, which in Tekken 7 you can only like hope you play the neutral better than your opponent with movement, and when you are on them, baiting them the moves, close range, you can go for the slide mix-ups and stuff. You can just now skip all of that and go straight for a mix-up. Your opponent just respect up for one's cancel.
How are you doing it so quick?
Because
like
you
that.
can buffer it. You can buffer it in the cancel. You do up for one back cancel, down back cancel, and you are buffering the slide input like this.
Nah.
Yes. And that works for every full crouch move. You can like buffer the full crouch down for 4, the new low from crouch, the full crouch down for 2, everything.
Can I do? You can't buffer the charge move.
The charge, you can buffer it, but the problem is that the charge move, it has a condition on it, which is that you have to be on the down back input for 40 frames, if I'm not mistaken. So you cannot buffer it as quickly. You need a bit of time. So it's not as quickly, but you can do it, and you can mix your opponent. If they are respecting you, it's actually good because you change the timing on it. Like you do like that. You saw that little change of timing. If your opponent ducks because they look for that specific move or the slide, then the mix-up is much better, as you can see. But yeah, you need more times to buffer that charge input. The good thing is, that's another stuff they added to the character. They give him more strings. This is actually again to push more aggression with the mental frames. As you can see, he has like this super new strong string, which is down 4-1-3, down 4-4, down 1-3. Yes, I'm not saying it wrong. That string is super strong because the full string is only -13, the last mid, and the first 2 on block. If you go into stance, it's only -2 into stance, and that's like really good because your opponent is afraid of the last hit extension because it's really strong knockdown mid. It can give you a wall plant stuff, but then you use that -2 to put pressure on your opponent, and if they try to react, like try to react that I'm not doing the last hit and do like a down for 1 or down for 2, something like that. Of course, now you are just mashing it because if I ended the full string, you will get hit by.
Yeah.
I need the mental friends to be there.
Alright, cool.
If you're trying to do the that's it.
Yeah.
You will get counter hit by this strong 12 frame counter hit too. And if you respect those two, you get into this mix-up or pressure more than anything, because now Shaheen's stance has been changed from a poking stance, which it was in Tekken 7, but because you know he had like this good mid, this good counter hit, and a good low, which is now changed to full crash down for 4. It's not the same low, and this low is not as good for poking because of his 20 frame startup, and that is easily floatable. Because I thought it was a high crush low, and it looks like it is, but it's actually not. Like try to jump me after this, and you will see that you actually float that low because it's a low crush low. Not a well, it may be a bit later. Do a down for 1 maybe.
Down for 1.
Yeah, try to a down for 1. Yeah, you see, it's
What?
a low crash low, not a high crash low. Jabs are hitting me consistently -2, and the down for 1 would float me because of because he's on a jumping status, as you can see.
That is crazy.
So they changed that stance. They made the low a bit worse, but they gave him a lot of new tools with the new down for 1 into the extensions for mental frames pressure, and the new 1+2, which gives you plus frames and it's a hit engage mid, super strong, decent tracking, etc., etc. So that you don't. They want you to pressure with the stance a bit more, with all of these new things. So they want to push aggression on the character. That's what they want.
So like, I know that he has this counter hit down forward 1.
Yes.
Is that the only thing that's guaranteed?
No, they buffed it. All of those counter hits, even the one on stance, the one I was using before, this one, all of this has been buffed. It used to be plus 12, but now it's plus 14. In Tekken 7, they never allowed it to be plus 14 because it will give you the guaranteed rage drive, which of course that was completely crazy and unbalanced. But in this game he doesn't have that, so they buffed it to plus 14, and now you have a lot of choices on that counter hit. You can go for 4-2-3 as before. That has been nerfed. It used to be a knockdown wall splat, now it's a wall crush. Okay, so you can go that for plus frames or whatever, but I usually don't recommend it. Just go for the better options on 14 frames, which will be the infamous FB2, which is this now the maximum damage option. It's a how should I call it? Life recoverable depleter. I don't know how it's called.
I just call it raises recoverable health. I don't know. There ain't like a name for it.
Okay. The eraser recoverable health.
Yeah.
That's your option for it. But if you were looking for a wall splat because maybe the wall's behind or you want to get into hit, then you have the down back 2-4. Down back 2-1, sorry. I said it wrong. There you have it. And then you go into hit, and if you are already on hit, you can do the cancel for the while running 2 or back 4 guaranteed.
Is that the only thing you can get from the counter here? So like after you do the heat dash, is it only back 4?
Yeah. You can get while running 2 as well, which is more damage and worst. You need to be in heat first.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't cancel him.
Don't worry.
I'm not used to canceling.
Oh yeah, but you can get while running 2 there. It's
oh yeah, I'm not in heat.
It's more damage. It's more damage.
That is. There we
As
go.
you can see, it's more damage than the back 4. But back 4 gives you the flip over Oki. So that's your choice depending on the situation.
What would you choose? What would you choose out of those two options?
Normally I go for while running 2. I like to stay safe, to keep the damage. Sometimes Oki situations don't work for me, but maybe because I'm bad, you know? I like to keep it safe.
Yeah.
And sometimes I use it to confirm the kill. Most of the time, I don't usually do the hit dash cancel on down back 2-1.
Okay. There's another thing I wanted to talk about. Like, so you see this move on normal hit, this knocks you down. Like, this is crazy. Yes. And then you get back.
Yeah, it's super strong homie move. In my opinion, I use it a lot in this game because people used to step more a lot, and a lot of Shaheen pressure. It's very linear. Like if I'm going for this string, back 1, back 3. While running 2 depends on the distance you are at. Up for 1. All of these moves are really linear. Like they're neutral skips for sure because of the range they have and stuff. but they're really linear. But then 4-4, this homing high, is super strong to avoid steppers, because if they're not ducking it, you just have like this crazy -2 push down block that creates a decent situation for you. Then normal hit gives you a lot of damage, for almost 40 damage. That's insane.
Yeah, this shouldn't be chip. I think that being chip is kind of crazy. Look at the chip. Wow.
Do you know what? I usually forgot it's chip. I usually forgot it's chip. But yeah, it's a good addition to a crazy move that it's already really good. Yeah, it shouldn't be cheap. It shouldn't be cheap.
Wow.
He already has a lot of cheap moves, but Shaheen is one of those few characters that are built in this game around the chip damage. Because let's say in Tekken 7, I remember a lot of people just said against Shaheen, if he's not using the how is it said, the slide mix-up, or he's not able to use it, just block against him. Find a neutral situation you are comfortable with. Now you cannot, because he's forcing a lot of mix-ups into you, and he's chipping a lot of your health. What happened?
I don't know. My controller. Yeah, my controller died. Right, it should be okay now.
Okay, one moment. I got interrupted.
No, you're good.
Oh, good. And now he has a lot of these new cheap moves in the pressure that I already said, like the stance 1+2, up for 1, wall running 2. All of these moves chips a lot, and when he's on hit, they chip a lot more, as you can see.
Whoa.
I'm chipping you a lot of your health. And the most important part in the hit of Shaheen after this is, of course, we know this move, but that move guarantees you FB2 while you're on hit, because in hit FB2 always comes as a just frame, you see, and it's 13 frames, 1 frame faster. Okay, that's important because the guard break, it gives you a +13, not a +14. Okay, and what this adds to everything I already said is that this move is, as I said, a recoverable health depleter. Okay, so his game plan now in this hit mode that Shaheen has, that again push another time towards aggression, is pressuring your opponent, and if your opponent is not making choices, is just blocking, standing there, blocking all of this string pressure plus some block pressure, there is going to be one point where you just do this and deplete all of those recoverable health, and it's actual damage that you have dealt in your opponent just for be blocking.
Damn. So Shaheen is like a way more fun character compared to how he was in Tekken 7, huh?
It's much more interactive. That's the expression I usually use, because you now have options for everything, and you can push your opponents into many more situations. Before, for how he was built, you can just be like a fundamental, stay on the back, try to read your opponent's options, and if he's way too defensive, try to open him up with the mix-up. Really straightforward. Now you have like all of these many ways to try to open him up, try to like have a different game plan. You have so many options now. You have these new safe ways of mixing him up, this new full crutch load to give you more ways to pressure, and the recoverable health thing that it's actually crazy. I don't know, he's so much more interactive. You have so many options. I have a lot of fun just pressuring my opponent with a lot of stuff, and when they are scared, you just start jumping on them, and they just like looking at you scared, like, should I press, should I not, what should I it's fun. I have a lot of fun with him. He's been so much improved in all of those terms in this game.
Yeah, nah, he seems so fun.
He is, and that move, believe me, even when you're not in hit, that move is crazy for pressure. Because what I wanted to show you before that you actually reminded me with the downfall 3 thing, go to the wall. Imagine you're at the wall, okay? This move on block is +2 on the neutral, so it's not really that good outside of hit on the neutral, but on the wall, as you can see, it's +14, man.
Oh my god. So wait,
it does the wall crash.
What? I did not know that, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people doesn't use it, but when you are on this situation at the wall, Shaheen doesn't need hit to pressure you. He can be constantly mixing you up with a downfall string where you can buffer this new move. If your opponent presses is like this super damaging knockdown, wall splat, sorry, high. If your opponent tries to press or does something out of timing, whatever. But if your opponent blocks it, you are on pressure again. They cannot do anything. You can do your back 3, your down 4 string again. You can even loop this same move twice in a row.
No, that's mad.
And if you tell me this is not fun, bro, I don't know what character you're playing because we're not playing the same character, okay?
What?
You don't know how fun it is to pressure anyone with that move like 2-3 times in a row, and then you say, okay, this guy is going to duck now, and then you just go for it, down back to 2-1, and you will splat them, and they're dead. It's super cool. It's super cool.
Nah, you're having too much fun with this character, man.
I've been there. This Fergus clip somewhere there. One of the first weeks of this game came out, where I just put him up the wall. He was kind of full health. I just pressure him, hit burst, keep pressuring, guard break, and he just said, "I don't know what happened," and I was having the time of my life, brother. I can assure you that. Oh my god. And the downfall 3 actually complements that, because if you just want to stay safe, same thing, downfall 3 and you can buffer it. So you are in this situation all the time.
Oh my.
So if you are constantly guessing correctly, your opponent is going to be in a world of pain, my brother.
This is crazy. So wait, even if I block it, it's like I don't win either way.
No, this you never win when you block this move, because it's actually chipping you a lot of health, as you can see. Because of course, it chips as well. I don't know if I said it, but I think it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, no, that's it. Wait. Let me see something. Let me get to the wall again.
Go sure.
I do it again. Oh, so the wall chips as well.
Yeah, every move with wall crash actually chips you damage.
So that's my bad.
Everything that does a wall crash. What else? This thing actually this has more damage when you're being wall crashed. You see?
That's crazy.
I'm dealing 20 with the move, but I think I'm dealing like 23 or 24 on total because of the wall crash thing. But that damage cannot kill you. That's something we have to stay keep in mind.
That's crazy. All right, so like, is there any other stuff? Even like back 2, this move now seems pretty good.
It's good. It's power mid that depletes your recoverable health bar, because it does this black and white thing again. Shaheen has a lot of them. Has back 2. It has a throw from the side that does it. The same one that has that animation. Don't move towards me because it's a side throw. I think it's this one. No, it's the other one. My bad.
Are you good?
Yeah, this one does actually. You see, that one does it. The back turn throw does it as well, because it's the neck break. The downfall 1-2 string from stance does it as well. FB2 for 14 frame punish, and if you do it just 13 frame punish does it as well. And the guard break thing does it as well after the guaranteed move. So Shaheen has plenty of ways to deplete your recoverable health bar. It's crazy.
I am kind of scared of this character right now from what you're showing me. Like, I'm really scared.
Bro, I can tell you, I told Sephi Black when he was starting Tekken 8, he was playing Dragunov. I told him, bro, please try out Shaheen. He is crazy, absolutely strong and crazy fun. And he one day say, okay, let me try it, and let you have him. He's stuck with this character because this character is sick, bro.
Damn.
And the new combos he has with the while standing 3 loops, I'm bad at them, so I will not be able to show them, even less on Parsec stuff. But Sephi has a lot of clips on them doing the while standing 3 loops combos, and they are sick as well to do. Really fun, and they are amazing, bro.
How are you doing them though? How do you do them?
I'm not. I don't have the timing quite right, but it's because of the new stance cancel that he didn't have before. This move usually in Tekken 7 couldn't go into stance. Now he can. So it's just a practice thing of doing the cancel as fast as you can. You see, I'm dropping it a lot. And if you do it, you practice it enough, you will have the timing down, and it's crazy strong.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the new stuff from Crouch that they add them, because in Tekken 7 he was like the most dull in the full crouch mix-up section, because you know Law and Lee had this full crouch mix, and both of those characters had plenty of options from the full crouch mix. Not only the slide and the while standing launcher, those characters had more things like confirmable, plus on block, other type of flows. They gave them to Shaheen as well. And now Shaheen has the most complete full crouch game from all of those characters, with full crouch down for 2 being this safe mid knockdown that gives you a hit bar on hit, as you can see. You see? And this new full crouch low with mental frames with the high that goes into stance pressure stuff. All of this, now they give him so much potential, so many more mixes, poking game on there, more safety, which is the thing I'm most worried about, being able to mix with more options and being more safe than just having to risk it all with the hop kick or the slide.
This is crazy.
No, he's like if it wasn't because of how broken the top 5-7 characters are, Shaheen is up there. For me, it's a top 10 character because he has everything. Problem is, he doesn't have anything that is so immensely abusive like all of those characters. I mean, if all those characters get nerfed, people are going to see the actual strength of the charge move, and people are going to complain because that move, it's not okay. Listen. You see how much damage this is? Because this is not just the guaranteed stuff afterwards. That's a lot of damage. But actually, the guard break on itself deals damage, and it breaks your and depletes your recoverable health. So it's even more damage in total. It's not recoverable health damage. This guard break is going to do to you. This is actual damage. That part of it is actual damage.
Yeah, this character seems so crazy, man. But all right, cool. So if there's like, what's your last thoughts on the character? Like, do you think this character is gonna be like top tier in like, you know, the next? Because obviously we have the Evo Japan patch that's coming out afterwards. Like, do you think they're gonna nerf him or buff him?
I don't think they're going to touch him much at all. The only change he has received recently is actually a buff on the hitbox of string, and people are not really talking about him. Doesn't feel like, for community perspective and how unpopular he is, he's like the second or third least played character. But I think that after Evo Japan patch, he's going to be one of the top characters on the list. That's my assumption. If the Evo patch nerfs like they have, like the way they have to nerf the top tier characters, Shaheen has to be on the lookout for everyone out there, because he is one of the craziest characters and most overlooked characters right now in the game, because I think he's not going to get nerf or change in any way right now for community perception.
Crazy flipping. Oh, alright, cool, man. Well, I'm looking forward to like trying them out. But yeah, I appreciate your time, man, and everything. But let people know where they can find you, man.
Of course, I am streaming sometimes when I have time because I work, but I'm streaming at Oracle and I think it's underscore 999, and I actually have a YouTube channel that focuses more on the Spanish community, because I do videos on Spanish for my Spanish people. But anyone interested from the Spanish community or that wants to learn Spanish, you can come to my channel. I do a lot of streams. I can speak English, as you can see, no problem. You can catch me there. I have a Twitter in Oracle_Javier, and not much more. If you want to see me, I'm competing all over Europe this year. I'm going to travel a lot. If you want to meet me there at Only the Best, Brussels Challenge, mix up UFA, all of those stuff.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, Oracle, thank you very much for the episode, man. This one's been a special episode. Really appreciate your time, and especially being like a Shaheen specialist, it was great to have you on board for Teach Me for the first time. So thank you.
Thanks to you for having me here. It's my pleasure to be here with all of your audience.
Appreciate it, man. Well, if you lot enjoyed the episode, remember to, you know, check out more of the other episodes. Leave a comment on this one and let me know what you lot think about Shaheen. Other than that, we'll be on to the next Teach Me episode. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.
Bye-bye.